we talk about OKRs, and we have a sheet that defines what OKRs. O stands for objective. Key results stand for key results, and this is a model that was developed by Intel back in the day and Xerox or somebody, and it's used by Google, and everybody kind of uses it. The basic idea is very, very simple. There's an objective, a thing that you want to achieve, and it's not necessarily measurable, and then there are the key results, which are the how, the thing that you're going to achieve, and those things should, in fact, be measurable. So we have a sheet here that defines this. I'm going to take you quickly through it. I'm not going to read it all to you because you can just download the sheet and read it yourself, right? But let's just go through it quickly. We have here just a definition in the sheet itself: objectives, your high-level goals; key results are the how or the deliverables. We do then break it down a little bit more. So they should be transformational. Rather than just a list of activities. You want to inspire them. You want your OKRs to ensure the team and the business are aligned. And you want to limit this. So here we say 3 to 5. Sometimes we go 5 to 7 with some of our smaller companies because they're looking at sort of smaller objectives. But each team should probably have just 3 to 5. And the reason for that is that you just can't have too many things that you're working on and expect the team to be able to focus. One of the challenges that comes up is, well, we have to get so many of these things done. Like, so many things have to get done. And what I suggest there is you're probably looking at too low a level. So go back and look at the level setting canvas, look at the and put all the small things, try to group them together and think about what the overall objective is. The advantage of that is now you have an objective that you can go back and start looking at some of the smaller details and figuring out whether there's more that actually need to be in there. But you want to limit the OKRs, and if you have too many, then look at grouping the KRs into broader objectives so that you end up with the 3 to 5 things. We stretch it to 7 that you can achieve as a team. They should also be related to KPIs. So you'll have KPIs that are for the whole business, not just the KRs. But your KRs are going to have a KPI, right? Almost always you're going to have a KR. But you might have a binary done or not done. But mostly you want them to have KRs. And this is a very scalable model. So one of the benefits of this is that you can do it for your team. You can do it at the executive level, but then you could also break it down into your teams and the other people who are doing this and the other people in your team so that they can develop their OKRs. And what happens is you take your objective and at an executive level, and you might say, I'm going to hand that over to marketing, and now marketing has that as an objective, and that becomes their leader's intent, the thing that they must achieve. And as they start working on that thing that they must achieve, now they have to have their sub-objectives and then their key results, right? And then you can nest it all the way down. To give you an example, this is a little chart that we have that sort of explains that idea. You'll have your strategic goals, which we like to call your leader's intent. You break that down into objectives. There are key results that fit into those objectives. There are individual key results that can fit into the key results, right? So your key result might become my objective, and then I have key results that fit into that. And the lower you go, the more the objectives become concrete and have metrics as well. At the higher level, they're the big level things, but as you get lower, they become more and more concrete. So you think about the strategic goals, you get your objectives, you get your key results, and then you can develop individual key results for individual people. The process that we look at, you want to think strategically about where you want to go as a business. You develop your leader's intent. You do your analysis. So this is going to come back to the SWOT, innovation, your H&O list, competitive industry, customer value, all of these different things. That gives you your strategic alternatives. I sometimes call them actions. So strategic alternatives or strategic actions. And once you decide which are your strategic alternatives and actions, then you start to define your goals and objectives and key results. And so that's what we would have on the objectives and key results page or template, is that you have your strategic goals, which are your objectives, and then you turn those objectives into full-fledged objectives and key results, where you have the key results defined for the individuals in the business. And so this explains how to do the OKRs, and then on the back we have a little bit of a cheat sheet for how to think about planning the OKRs and then putting them into your Horizon plan. And I'm going to leave it at that with the OKRs. The link is available down below, or in the blog, depending on where you're seeing this, and then you can download your OKR sheet and start getting into the details. You can read all of the language that's on there and have some fun with it. Okay, so I hope that explains how to use the OKRs and how to build your OKRs, and I look forward to seeing what you come up with.